You are live. Can you see it?
Mm.
Did it pop up on your phones?
Mm.
Oh no.
Maybe it just needs a minute.
Maybe it needs a minute?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Notifications. Let me look at notifications. Is it telling me that you're live? Headspace.
Oh,
No.
please.
I don't
Please,
see any of the
please,
bubbles
please.
up top.
Please, please, please.
It'll come.
It says I'm live. I wouldn't even know what other buttons to press.
I'm going to go out of Instagram and come back in.
Okay, hold on. I'm refreshing. Come on. Sandy, can you see anything, son? Stand by. Okay, Sandy's. Come on. Please, please, please. It's 2 minutes. Oh no. Come on. I know. I did a dry run. Oh, it's fine. Breathe. Okay, fine, Sandy. Whatever. I'm just saying it's not popping up.
How am I not seeing anything?
Okay, so yes, Building Doors Instagram. Yep. It is live. I did a test. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, it should. I was about to say maybe because I scheduled it at 7. Maybe it doesn't go.
It's possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I have a young person here. She's saying that's probably what it is.
I feel like that's what it is.
I hope so.
What's the Instagram?
Building Doors VO.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now.
But
You seeing
maybe.
this too? Just that.
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna follow it.
So the young person probably
Young
knows.
person.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wait
Okay,
until it
hold
hits
on.
7.
That could be it.
She's the brilliant.
Yeah, the young person knows. All right, is it exactly 7 o'clock?
Okay, it's exactly.
Let me refresh.
I'm refreshing.
I don't see anything right now.
Sandy says, okay, and a notification should come up on your IG that you are live.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, live.
Got it.
It's live?
Yeah.
Yay! Look at us with the technology. Young person helping us out. Okay, so as people come in, I just want to say thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My name's Christy Harst. I'm a voiceover actor, and I am the creator of the Building Doors campaign. This is our first Instagram live. You better turn that down, Tanya.
Well, it's also delayed.
There's a delay. Yeah, there's a delay. And I'm excited tonight because guess where I am? I was a panel speaker at the Empower Herd event, which is the women's organization of all of the women in the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Monsters, and their G League. And guess where I'm at? I'm going to show you. And I'll probably show you several times throughout this live, but I'm just super excited to show you. Oh, yeah. Get it. Yeah, I'll show you again. But that's where I'm at. I'm broadcasting live from Rocket Arena. That's right. Okay, so let me get to my agenda because I want to make sure that I stay on track. So again, I am in downtown Cleveland right now at Rocket Arena. And I'd like you to put in the chat where you're tuning in from. Like what state, what city, put in the chat where you're tuning in from. And I won't say this, but between us, wrong. I'm reading the wrong agenda. Sorry. Anyways, put in the chat where you're from. And I am in Rocket Arena in downtown Cleveland. So I am so excited that we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary in many ways. And this live is one of them. And tonight we're going to be giving away a lot of prizes. We are going to be giving away, are you ready? 4 coaching sessions from Tom Antonellis. That's 4 people are going to walk away with that prize. We have 12 total. We're giving away a Signature Series Rhodes NT1 silver 5th generation microphone donated by Uncle Roy. Thank you so much. Value is $250. Yay! Jody Gottlieb, icon in our industry, iconic coach. She's giving away a 1-hour one-on-one promo coaching session. We have 2 coaching sessions with the VO Boss and Ganguza, 50 minutes each, valued at $400. And we have 1 workshop spot that we're raffling off from the Sound and the Furry Studio. So it's not Sound and Fury, it's Sound and the Furry Studio. And Dora Rankin, she is actually a female business coach, and I coached with her for a while. I think it's always good for female entrepreneurs to get a different perspective outside of VO, because you never know what you can learn from other industries. Why is the angle like that? I don't need that. Anyways, she's giving away a book, 1 course, and 1 VIP one-on-one coaching session that's valued over $2,100. So now that we've got that out of the way, I want to introduce you guys to somebody. Come here quick. Okay, that's the camera. So
can they see me? Hi guys.
this is Ashley. Ashley is a student at my alma mater. So when I was coming here, I wanted to share the experience. So I reached out to the athletic director because I used to play volleyball. And I said, are there any student athletes, female student athletes that would like to join me? They're majoring in sports broadcasting. And so Ashley, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi guys. So I'm a sophomore marketing major at Baldwin Wallace. I'm a member of the swim team there, and I really just want to get into the marketing world and try to find a kind of a job that would combine like my love for sports and marketing. So that's kind of why I'm here today, and Christy's been so thankful and grateful to me. So I'm really happy.
Thank you, Ashley.
Of course.
All right, now go to your student job.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye guys.
All right, now I just want to reiterate that I am Rocket Arena Stadium in downtown Cleveland. I just finished up, as I mentioned, as a panel guest for the Women's History Month event for the Cleveland Cavs and Monsters. And as most of you know, the Building Doors campaign was created after I attended an online promo workshop hosted by the Sound and the Furry Studio. When an agent told me that unfortunately there just aren't a ton of opportunities right now for women in sports promo, and that I should make my own noise. Guess who it is? Guess who it is? It's Ariel Nagrid from Atlas. Say hi.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, my dog's trying to make an appearance at the same time.
What's your dog's name?
Luna. That's Luna.
Okay, hi, Luna.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you guys.
Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy that you're able to join, and because I know you've been watching the campaign since they started it, and I've been trying to send you emails and keep you up to date. So I'm really anxious to hear your thoughts from where you sit. Also joining us is a woman, an amazing voice actor that was in the workshop with me when Ariel told me all of this. And her name is Corey Goldstein. If you don't know Corey, she's fabulous. She's just an amazing human being, a walking ray of sunshine. Put on your shades when you talk to her because she's that bright. And she does a lot of great work in animation. So Corey, thank you so much. Please say hi.
My pleasure. Hello, everyone.
Yay! So welcome. I'm so glad everyone is probably streaming in. It looks like we have some people. Oh, wow. We have someone from Columbia, Detroit, Seattle, Memphis, Hartford, Orlando, Brooklyn. You need to stop. All right, let's go. So before we dive into the discussion, which should last about 30 minutes, and then I want to get as many questions and answers, Q&A as possible. So if you have any questions as we go along, put them in the chat so we can start to collect them. So I don't have to wait until the last minute. And, we want to be succinct here. And I wanted to start right off the rip by giving away some prizes. Yeah. Okay. So let's give away 2 of the sessions for Tom Antonellis. So the question is, you have to put the answer into the chat. Okay. Here's the question. We're going to take the first 2 people who answer correctly. Right now, I am hosting this live from downtown Cleveland, Ohio. From what building? Now, here's a hint. The Cleveland Cavs and the Cleveland Monsters have their home games here. The first 2 people to answer correctly win. And just so I can reiterate where I am. Where am I? What building am I at? What's it called? Okay. So Sondi Harrison Cooksey is again helping me. She is going to collect the answers and send it to me likely here in StreamYard. But I want to keep going. I'll come back and announce the. Wait, do we have a winner? Hold on.
First two.
Let's see here. Who's the first two?
Cameron Fisterbo and Katie Joe Stocko.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, Katie Jostock. Ah! So Katie Jostock and
Cameron.
Vivi Voices. Vivi Voices? Then Vivi Voices. Okay. So Katie Jostock and Vivi Voices each won a session with Tom Antonellis. I need you to help me, okay? Because I'm like live here. Send us an email at buildingdoorsvo@gmail.com to let us know what you won. Because I, it's a little crazy here right now. I'm at the Cavs Stadium. Buildingdoorsvo@gmail.com. All right, moving on. We're going to do another prize. We're going to do another prize. I said it. Here we go. As people were coming into the live, I asked you to share where you were tuning in from. And the first two people that entered their location in the chat have won the other two coaching sessions with Tom Antonellis. I'm being tricky about it. Those two people were Miss Abella from Brooklyn. And let's see here. Who else? Sandy, who else? Miss Abella from Brooklyn. And oh, I see. I messed up. It doesn't matter. They're all getting Tom Antonellis anyways. So Cameron Spitfire VO also won. So we have Katie Jostock. We have Vivi Voices. We have Cameron Spitfire VO. And who's the other one, Sandy? Any ideas? Make sure you email us at buildingdoorsvo@gmail.com. Anyways, I don't want to waste too much time because we want to make sure we're... Oh, Miss Abella Bella. Miss Abella Bella. That should be the other one. All right, very fine. Let's move on. As we get into the panel discussion, feel free to put your questions in the chat so they are ready to go. So let's dive in. Corey. God, that is such a bad angle. All right, Corey. It is awesome to have you here. I met you in VO Atlanta this past weekend in person, and I just love your energy. So tell everyone where you are located and how long you've been doing VO and what kinds of work you love to do.
Hi everyone. I'm in Orlando, Florida, and I've been doing this pretty much since the pandemic. My dream has always been animation, to work and do something big for animation. But in the process of learning everything, I actually fell in love with promo. So for me, animation and promo are my two main areas that I would like to work.
And you have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
In kids entertainment, pretty much like the kids sector, that's where my heart is for everything.
Kids promo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you have an amazing career voicing animation. What made you decide to take the promo workshop that you and I did with Ariel and Sound and the Furry?
I started again animation, but a good friend of mine recommended Stacia for me to join her classes, and I started taking a whole bunch. And I actually took a workshop before this with promo, and I fell in love with it. So I'm like, oh, Stacia's having Ariel on. I'm like, I'm going to that. So that's pretty much why I joined and went with her. And I actually was a couple of them with her, actually. That one, and I followed up at the end of this year. Also, I did another one. But in between then, I did my promo demo.
Oh, we're going to talk about that later. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. So, Ariel, for those watching who don't know who you are, because we do, the Building Doors community is more than just voice actors. Or for those watching who aren't familiar with what an agent does, right? Could you tell everyone where you're located, where you work, and what it means to be an agent?
Yeah, so I'm located in Los Angeles, California. I work at Atlas Talent Agency. I'm a talent agent over here. And basically, as an agent, I'm pretty much in charge of like facilitating and getting actors work, getting actors jobs, whether that's through pitching or auditioning, and facilitating the scheduling and the billing and basically the from top to bottom, the whole process of booking a gig, specifically
Yeah.
promos. I work in specifically promos. So.
Very fine. Good to know. And from your perspective as an agent, because you see things in a way and from a spot
Mhm.
that a lot of people don't, what trends are you seeing for women in voiceover? Are there any areas where opportunities are expanding or where challenges still exist?
I mean, I would say challenges definitely still exist. Unfortunately, I think when I first became an agent, the amount of promos being voiced by women, especially like network or sports, was low, maybe 20%, 30%. I'd say it's definitely gone up. I wouldn't say it's gone up too much, but I would say, we are seeing networks voicing or using women to voice promos now a lot more. We're seeing some sports channels using women to voice promos. I think it's a continuous battle. I think the industry likes to put women, shockingly, in a box and say, okay, well, stay in your lane, right? So it's essentially why I told you to make noise. I think we need to show them that we shouldn't have a lane, and there isn't a lane, and there's not like one linear thing women can do. I will say it's still a struggle in the movie trailer space. I'll tell the story and make it very, very fast. We had a client, she was voicing a very big campaign. Long story short, she got halfway through the campaign. They fired her because the studio said that a man would sound more important. And that is a true story. And it's still sort of, and she sounded too hallmarky, and it is still a battle, but I think, we sort of just have to keep showing up, keep being in their faces and keep showing them, hey, we can do this too. And there's not one thing that a woman can or can't do.
So what do you think of the Building Doors campaign?
I love it. I mean, it's so wild when I said it, when I said it in Stacia's class as well. Like, I never, granted, I say a lot of things, and I just didn't expect you to really take off with it so much. And I've seen just even voiceover artists I rep, even, and voiceover artists I know, just like posting about it, and you've kept me up to date. I think it's badass. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I think it's badass. So I love it.
Well, hopefully Building Doors can be a part.
Yeah, I hope it can.
Yeah, a part of the change that we all want to see, because Corey and I talked a lot about it in Via Atlanta. And I hope that maybe in a year, 2 years, or even 3 years from now, we have some sort of other meeting or LinkedIn Live or Instagram Live, and we can talk about how maybe, Building Doors was a small part in changing that narrative, which would be great. So we have another prize. The first person to answer correctly wins a coaching session with Ann Ganguza. The first person to answer correctly wins a coaching session with Ann Ganguza, who hosted the promo workshop I attended, where I met Corey and Ariel. Here's a hint. They have donated a workshop slot to give away tonight, and I shared their name at the beginning of this live. That is an awesome prize, by the way, because if you've never been to a Sound and the Furry workshop, I know Corey and Ariel can attest, they're really good. Really, really good. And I've learned so much, and they're nice and casual, right? And they're set up in a way that you feel free to fail. Does that make sense? Like, it's okay to not, it's okay to be creative and fun and maybe totally miss the mark and get direction. So I am very jealous of the person who gets to win this prize. So I'm hoping Sandy can put it in the chat as to who won. I have a request from Katie Jostock, and this is a typical request from Katie. She wants to see my nails. Okay, so they're sassy. I got them done for VO Atlanta. I normally don't get nails done because I'm a mom of 2 kids. But girl, she did the business. This girl, she did it. Yes, and I love it. Okay, there you go, Katie.
Those are awesome.
All right. Aren't they fun?
Those are awesome.
I love it. I have to take them off. They make me feel very sassy. Okay. Can people win more than one prize, Corey? What were you saying? Corey?
I was just asking, are people able to do asking for more than one? Like, if somebody already won, does somebody else also win a prize?
What do you guys think?
Spreading the wealth.
I think we should spread the wealth. What do you guys think?
Yes? I'm kind of in the spread the wealth, but that's
Yeah, yeah,
just
that's a
me,
good
ultimately.
question.
Ultimately.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, if you've already won, then you probably shouldn't be able to win again. Sorry. Okay, so I don't have an answer yet for who answered. It was, Marion Mills. Marion Mills won
Oh,
the
hi,
workshop
Marion.
spot. I love
Hello, Marion
it.
Mills.
Marion Mills is an ambassador for the campaign, so that's great. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna give away another prize real quick. First person to answer correctly wins a workshop slot. Wait, did I already say that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, very fine. Later in the live, we are giving away a Rhodes NT1 silver 5th generation mic valued at $250. Who donated the mic? So this is a good question if you were paying attention. Later in the live, we are giving away a Rhodes NT1 silver 5th generation microphone valued at $250. Who donated the mic? Actually, I got it messed up and I apologize. Marion Mills, you get the coaching session with Ann Ganguza. And then whoever answers this gets the sound and the furry workshop. So I apologize. So Marion Mills, you get the coaching session with the VO boss, Ann Ganguza. And then the next person is going to get the sound and the furry workshop spot. And I apologize, please. This is the first Instagram live I've ever done. I'm working off an agenda and I've got, the sounds of the stadium in the background. So Miss Abella won, but yeah, you already won, Miss Abella. So, Diana Durand. Oh, no. Corey, you were saying you saw that. Okay. Yeah, Diana Durand. Excellent. So Diana Durand, you won the workshop slot and Marion won the coaching. Okay. So I'm going to give you a hint. If you want to win the microphone and maybe some of the other prizes, make sure you have the Building Doors website called up somewhere else. You will need to access the Building Doors website to win the microphone for sure and possibly some other prizes. And it's buildingdoorsvo.com. All right. So Corey, you reached out months after the workshop that you and I attended with Ariel. And you reached out and told me that you had recorded your own promo demo. Tell us about it. Like, what inspired you to take that step?
Again, just doing different classes and learning about promo. Loved promo. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Sorry, couldn't do that on here. My bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Sorry, everyone, if you have a problem with cursing. My bad. And I decided to do my demo with Nate Beagle, who actually geared me to Stacia first, and he's an amazing audio engineer. And he coached me through it and was giving me more promo lessons as well, besides before recording it. And we came up with an agenda of what we wanted to do. And I'm like, you know what? Curse word. I should have put a sports one on. So I decided inside my promo demo, I was like, I'm going Building Doors route, and I'm going to put a sports promo in here. So I added that to my promo as we were working on the demo. So, I know where my heart is, but I also know I want to also push that rug for the women also. So I'm just going to swing that door open, and that's what I added.
I love it. And I love that you decided to go a little bit out of the box. And from what I have seen in Building Doors, when women communicate with me, some of them have said that Building Doors has inspired them. Some of them have just done it on their own to do something that they otherwise wouldn't do and create a sports promo demo or audition for a sports spot, TV commercial, or whatever it may be, because women do have a spot here. And the more we show them what we have, the more it's going to happen. So Ariel, when I started Building Doors, there was a little voice in my head, and it's called fear and doubt, and that negative Nelly. And if I do this, agents won't work with me. I will be ruffling the wrong feathers. I will be alienating myself by going against the grain. I shouldn't be disruptive. I should be quiet because I'm really going to make some people upset. What would you say to voice actors who are considering doing something bold or unconventional to market themselves, to reach their dream client, or to even get an agent's attention?
Do it. I would say do it. I mean, granted, there's a fine line between, doing something bold and doing something, I don't want to say inappropriate, but inappropriate, right? And I know, like I sort of speak on this when I teach, but I think, again, women are placed in this box, and I even say this when making a promo demo, right? Like, don't come out of the gate swinging. Don't cater to what society and the industry and male, not predominantly men, think women can do. Cater, don't cater to that. Do what you feel you want to do, and what you're capable of. Showcase what you're capable of. I think it's usually the people who make waves that are the ones that took these big risks and made these bold statements. I think, granted, within reason, right? Like, there's a fine line, and it's easy to be quote unquote canceled nowadays. So I'd say, like,
Yes.
as long as you're doing things in an appropriate way, I say make waves. I'm all for that. I mean, look at, you even have to look at, like, Nava, right? Like, somebody like Nava, like, if they weren't making waves, we wouldn't have AI protections, we wouldn't have laws being passed, right? Like, make waves. So I mean, you made waves, and now you've got like a wave pool or tsunami of I'm really going with this wave analogy here, a tsunami of women behind you also fighting for representation and promos and things. So I definitely say do it, and ultimately, if an agent is turned off by it, then that's not the agent for you.
Ooh, right there. If
Yeah.
they're turned off by it, then they're probably not going to be the best representation for you, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And if
correct.
they're not down with what you're putting out there, whether it be something similar to Building Doors or even just whatever you decide, they wouldn't push for you anyways, right?
Exactly. Like, truly, if there's somebody who's put off by you doing what you're doing, I think ultimately they're not the person who's championing for women to begin with, if we're honest.
Yeah.
We'll call
right?
a spade,
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So if you have questions for, the promo agent for Atlas is on an Instagram Live. If you have questions, put them in the chat. Put them in the chat like now, so we can start to collect them, right? And then as well, for Corey, I think there are probably a lot of people watching this that want to know how to break into animation, that want to understand how to refine their craft. And Corey and I talked a lot over the weekend in VO Atlanta, and she had some breakthroughs there of things that she learned that she needed to focus on. And, it's always about leveling up, right? It's always about going to the next level. And so Corey is somebody that is going up those levels. So we can ask her questions and learn from them, especially when it comes to animation. So the first person to answer this next question correctly gets a copy of Dora Rankin's book, The Heart Cell. She gets free access, or he or she gets free access to one of her courses and VIP coaching valued at nearly $2,100. I'm telling you, you will not regret this. You will learn from it, and you will get nuggets of information on how to market yourself and how to sell that other people in our industry are not doing. I use these techniques when I reach out to brands for Building Doors. So multiple choice, and I warned you to have Building Doors website open. Building Doors conducted a survey of the voiceover community shortly after launching the campaign. About 200 voice actors participated. Pretty much 50-50 in terms of gender replied. What percentage of female voice actors claimed that they received 5+ auditions for male-dominated sports promo in the last year? What percentage of female voice actors claimed that they received 5+ auditions for male-dominated sports promo in the last year? A, 30%. B, 43%. C, 18%. Or D, 27%. Now, Ariel, just guessing, because I know you probably haven't seen the stat that I collected. So just guessing, what do you think it is? A, 30, B, 43, C, 18, or D, 27?
Oof. Let's go. I'm gonna go 27 because I'm thinking optimistically that it's not 18, but we're going 27. I'm gonna go.
Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding, ding. And
Nice.
Loverline _ VO agrees with you, and she won. So
We
I
love
believe-
that.
Yeah, I believe that's door builder Trisha Loverline. So, or no, I'm sorry. God, my brain is fried because I'm here. Please email us at buildingdoorsvo@gmail.com to claim your prize. Let's do another prize real quick. The first person to answer correctly wins a 1-hour promo coaching session with Jody Gottlieb. Corey, have you ever worked with Jody? No, you have not. And Ariel, you know Jody, correct?
Yeah, I can speak to Jody's talents. Definitely very legit. Definitely very opinion we hold in high regard. Very well known,
Right.
talented VO coach. Yes, she's
Yes.
excellent.
Okay, so the first person to answer correctly wins a 1-hour promo coaching session with Jody Gottlieb. There are currently 5 brands. 5 brands that have lent public statements of support to the campaign. Name the first one to lend their support. You better be on the Building Doors website. The first one to lend their support. So I was fortunate enough that within 2 weeks of launching the campaign, I was able to have a face-to-face conversation with the CMO of this company. The CMO is a woman, the CFO is a woman, and the CEO is a woman. And I was able to have a face-to-face conversation with them. And it was so telling. And Ariel, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. She said, until Building Doors, we never viewed voiceover as an opportunity for diversity.
Huh. I don't. That's interesting. Why not? Like, why not? I guess I don't. I think that everything is an opportunity for diversity, if I'm honest.
Right. And so they said, oh, we're more focused on in
all
front of
art,
the camera.
all art is an opportunity for diversity, I think.
Yeah. And she was saying that they were really focused on, putting people in front of the camera. And VO was just like this afterthought. VO was just like this, we're just going to do it whatever we do.
Sure, I guess, because it's not as obvious, and you wouldn't hear somebody and be like, "Oh, clearly they were cast authentically." Yeah. I guess I don't know. There's always 2 sides to every coin. There's always people who are going to argue both ways, but I mean, that seems silly to say that it's not an opportunity for diversity, because I think, again, all art, even not art, there's so many different facets of the world and different scenarios where it's an opportunity for diversity. So,
yeah. So the winner is, let's see here, Tony_Enduring Media. Tony_Enduring Media. And the answer is Valvoline. Valvoline is the company. So that's awesome. Okay, so we're going to give another prize away, and then I'm going to start interlooping or interjecting some questions that we're collecting. Earlier, I asked you if you knew Anne Ganguza, NVO boss. Oh, I didn't do that. Whoops. Y'all know Anne Ganguza? You know that she's the VO boss? Well, what is it? Yeah. Yes.
How long are you going to be?
We're going to be done in probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Are you guys going up the East Bridge?
Yes, to the Huron Garage. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, look at us breaking rules. Oh my gosh, getting kicked out of the Rocket Arena. Okay. So, oh, they were still open. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. How can I change this because I messed it up? Let's see here. Oh, let's think because I messed this one up. Anne Ganguza, VO boss, we're going to give away something to the first 2 people. And what can I say? Oh, who's helping me? That's here from Cleveland. I introduced her. Who's helping me here from Cleveland? And she's taking all the answers. Who is it? Starts with a T. Then the letter A.
Just spell it all.
Because I messed it up. Like I totally messed up. I forgot to say something because when you're in a space that you've never been before, you're not at home and you're like paying attention to people walking by.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I've got the people over here. Like it's a little. So I talked about her. She's from Cleveland. I met her for the first time in Atlanta. It's T.A. The last name is Grant. Taha Grant. Wait, show your face. Who is she? Ta Grant. I'll give you another hint. It's T-A blank, blank, blank. Grant. Yeah, I know. In the meantime, while we're collecting that, Ariel, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
This question is, does a DIY demo, is it viable if it sounds competitive?
If you have the skills to edit and produce a demo, sure. We don't really care if it was made by, you know, this one or that one, if it's fully produced. If it doesn't sound like it could be on the air, like if it doesn't sound like finished spots, then no, it is not viable. It needs to be like a fully produced, finished demo. If you're able to do that, cool, totally fine. I don't care if it was done by John Doe or, you know, Tom Hanks. I don't know why Tom Hanks would be doing your demo, but all this is to say, yeah, it's as long as it's a fully produced demo, it's viable.
Okay, so the winners, because her name's Tanya Grant, AG Sesh and Tambra JVO. She's a door builder. Listen, don't forget, if you've already won, you know, let other people have a chance. And make sure you email us at buildingdoorsvo@gmail.com. Okay, so another question. What are some of the biggest mistakes VOs make in promo auditions? And I'd love both of you to chime in here.
Biggest mistakes people can make in a promo audition. Oh, that's such a loaded question. One, I would say not the way copy is formatted with promo. It's very intentional. The way an editor or producer has formatted that copy is very intentional, and it's important to honor the way they've formatted it in terms of bracketing your taglines, in terms and obviously if you take a workshop, you this sounds familiar, but in terms of, you know, honoring an ellipses or honoring a period or the punctuation or the way it's formatted is very intentional. I'd say one, and then two, I would say, you know, there's this misconception that like promos has no personality, and I do think there is some personality. Granted, it's not as much as animation or it's not as much as commercial, but I do think that, you know, your personality should still shine through. Ultimately, I think the biggest mistake in general with VO is, you know, not reading authentically to you, not reading how you would approach that copy. But I do think, yeah, it just becomes a cadence rhythm sort of issue. And a lack of personality, I think, of the two.
Got it. I got it wrong. Tambra J. VO and Michelle Francine VO are the winners of that past prize. I apologize. Benita Voice wants to know, I have a deeper register. How would you suggest that I or any woman with a deeper register stands out in today's market?
I think lean into that. I mean, I think if you have a deeper register, a lot of the time you're probably going to be great for, you know, a drama or a horror or an action or sports. I think really cater to that. But I also think don't put yourself in a box the way I've been talking about. And like, if you want to try comedy, right? Like Corey's a perfect example, like where Corey has a very unique niche voice. And I think it'd be very easy for Corey to pigeonhole herself, but Corey's like, no, I want to do sports promos. I'm going to do them. And here's what I can do. So I think it's a similar thing. Like, yes, you have a deep voice, but yes, absolutely cater to that and lean into that and use that as a strength, but don't only showcase that.
And Corey, I apologize, I skipped over. What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that some VO talent do when auditioning for promo?
My biggest thing I would think is improvising more, because a lot of people are talking about that with animation. And if they confuse some of that and don't do it the right way, and they do it with more improvisation for promo.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good point. We are going to give away another prize. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right because I've been getting things wrong. Let's see here. Oh, it's time to give away the microphone. Are you guys ready? Let's see here. You have to be on the Building Doors website to win the mic, okay? So make sure you're prepped and ready. The first person to answer correctly gets the Rhodes NT1 Silver 5th generation microphone. In addition to launching our Instagram and LinkedIn Live series in honor of our 1-year anniversary, Building Doors is dropping something new at the end of this month. What is it? You will find the answer on the 4th tab in on the website. So if you're looking at the website, right, it's the 4th tab in. What are we doing? That's so fun. The first person to answer wins the microphone. This is fun. It's fun. Let's see who wins. So while people are putting that up, the answer up, I have another question. When you get a promo audition that's asking for only men, but you think could work really well with a woman's voice, do you ever suggest that to the client?
Yes, I will say it's a good question, and it winds up becoming a little bit of a game in the sense of you still have to give the client what they want, right? But I will also always say, I think you should try a woman. So I'll give them male options, but I'll also give them female options. Like I have to still honor what they're asking for. Like I can't just disregard completely, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'll always say, let's say it's, and let's pretend it's like a Disney promo for a show, like a live Disney Channel live action that's like about a young girl in high school or middle school, and they're like, hey, we want a man for this. I'll usually be like, are you sure you don't want a woman? Like, I'm going to throw in a couple, and I'll throw in, 5 to 10 women in addition to the men that they asked for, because, it's a little bit of a line where I have to cater to what they're asking for so that they know we're reliable and they come back to us, but also at the same time trying to still push those boundaries. I think if I were to just be like, no, I won't give you a man, you can only have a woman for this, they'd probably be like, well, screw you, I'll go somewhere else, right? But definitely. I mean, ultimately too, if it's, not an audition and it's more of a pitch, I'll pitch only women. I'll say, yeah, here's who I think would be good for this. And then if they come back and they say, we want a man for this, then I've tried, I've done what I can. But yeah, I mean, you have to, otherwise nobody's ever going to change. You have to sort of continue to push that boundary.
Corey, have you ever received an audition that says men only, or what?
I have not.
Okay. Yeah. I know that there's a couple of stories that people have sent me, women that have sent me, that for whatever reason, I don't know if it was on a P2P or whatever, they saw men only and they auditioned, and some of them ended up actually getting the job, which I think is telling.
Ultimately, casting directors and producers don't always know what they want. It's why the specs are so convoluted half the time, right? It's why direction's so convoluted half the time. They're just throwing out buzzwords because they're like, some of this will land with somebody. And yeah, I mean, it's up to an agent to sort of point them in the right direction ultimately. And sometimes they don't know what they want until they've heard it, right? So yeah, I mean, absolutely.
So the winner of the mic, are you ready? The winner of the mic is CXEE_Fox. CXEE_Fox. Am I doing that right, Sandy? I believe so. Okay, so one of the questions I get asked most often is, how can you support the Building Doors campaign? And here's how. Engage with our content on LinkedIn and Instagram, and like, tag, and share. Sharing our post to your network puts a woman's voice in front of millions of more eyes and ears than were before, and that's powerful. Women are getting noticed more and more, and we're also shifting the narrative about where women belong and where they don't. If you don't know, we launched swag at our last LinkedIn. You can go on our website and purchase swag. It was really cool because when I was in VO Atlanta, some of the people wore their stuff, and that was so cool. It really helps spread brand awareness. This isn't about money making, right? I don't make a ton of money off this. What I would love to see is a sweatshirt or a hoodie in Egypt or in the UK, and people sharing pictures of how we're getting this brand awareness out. So you can also support us by a website called buymeacoffee.com/buildingdoorsvo. It's actually great. I highly recommend this if anyone's doing like instead of a GoFundMe or anything like that, where we're trying to raise $10,000 and we only have 1,500. Keep going. Buy Me a Cup of Coffee is so non-icky. You go there, you donate $1, you donate $5, you donate $3.50, whatever coffee is, right? And that adds up. It adds up and it shows support. So that's one way you can do it. Make sure to follow us on Building Doors, VO, on Instagram and LinkedIn. And guess what? On our LinkedIn Live, we launched this thing called the Building Doors Hotline. The Building Doors Hotline. I won't do Drake because we won't do that. Hotline bling. I just did it. All right, I take it back. So it's 216-307-1917. And it's basically like a Gmail number or like a Google number where you just leave a voicemail. And my idea was I would take feedback from these lives or just from the campaign in general, and I can create content, audio content, which means I'm putting more voices out there. So I can put them on LinkedIn. I can put them on Instagram. I can possibly play them in a podcast, right? And share your feedback, both constructive, criticism, and as well, what golden nuggets Ariel or Corey shared. What did you learn? What did you think was great? It's just another way that I'm trying to get more voices heard. And that's every voice, not just women. And our next live events are happening on, first of all of our live events, LinkedIn is the second Wednesday of every month at 12 p.m. EST. Instagram is the fourth Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. EST. On April 9th, which is my birthday, LinkedIn, John Lano is going to be talking about beginner VO. And on April 23rd on Instagram, Lindsay Rousseau is going to talk about women in sports broadcasting. So I have another question, and I know we're running kind of close to the time. I want these to be anywhere between 45 and 50 minutes. So as more questions come in, if they do, we'll answer them. But this is a very juicy question. Are you ready? In terms of the presidency, are we getting political? No, I'm just repeating the question. In terms of the presidency, how much change or shift has the agency world seen in terms of buyer tone?
Sure. It's a good question. In terms of promos specifically, really not much, if I'm honest. I think it sort of takes a second for things to shake out. I think commercially you'll see it more, if I'm honest. But there hasn't been a fast, hard line drawn where I'm like, yeah, there's a huge... Yes, with administration changes, there usually are trend shifts. I think it's just too soon to really notice any of them yet. I'll also say, like, in full transparency, the entertainment industry is in a really weird spot right now. Like, it's just a very, very quiet, especially network television, especially promos, because promos is a direct correlation of how network TV and cable and industry in general is doing. It is slow. I mean, it's a domino effect of COVID. It's a domino effect of the strike. It's a domino effect of the fires that happened and burned half of LA down. It's just been a weird, slow period. So we've noticed more of a change from all of that than the presidency and the new, administration, if I'm honest. I think, and I had this conversation with one of my clients yesterday, there's always going to be entertainment. It's always going to exist. It's just a matter of what it looks like. And I think we're just, every couple of years there's a major shift. And I think we're just in the middle of that major shift. We're just sort of on the decline. And I think eventually it's going to just level out and we'll be sort of back in the swing of things. What that will look like, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say there's been a hard, fast line drawn where I'm like, yeah, I've seen a huge, they're only booking, they're looking for conservative style, whatever. No, nothing,
right.
Nothing like that. No, nothing really like that. Knock on wood,
I think we had some great questions. We are going to wrap it up, but here's what I want to say. This weekend at VO Atlanta, I was fortunate enough to be awarded the Unicorn Award. And the reason I was awarded that, the reason I was named that, along with Emma O'Neill and Patrick Kirshner, is because of people like you, Corey and Ariel, and people who are tuning in, the ambassadors, the door builders, and the people who follow. And I just want to give you a sincere thanks for constantly showing up. because I've said this before when I talk to brands, our community may be small, but it is so engaged. It is so linked in. I can send out the bat signal and you guys show up. So I am very excited about celebrating Building Doors 1 year anniversary. I am so happy that Corey and Ariel could kind of like, we could come together and kind of revisit a year later what's been done since that time. And I'm so excited where 2025 is going to go. I'm so excited about all the possibilities. And I'll talk later, but I had some juicy connections here at this event. I cannot wait to tell you. I might be traveling to somewhere new to talk to a bunch of different brands. So thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Corey.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Is there
I would like
anything you
to say
Yes, go ahead.
you have not heard her speech yet from winning her award. It was the most heartfelt. Oh my God, it was wonderful. Go look it up. See if someone posted online. It is absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. I lightweight blacked out and I was very emotional because I wasn't expecting to win, but thank you. Is there anything else you want to say, Ariel, before we tune off? Any inspiring words?
No, I mean, keep making waves, keep, pushing. And again, don't allow yourself, the world and the industry puts people in a box enough already. Don't do that to yourself. Don't allow yourself to be put into a box. Keep being badasses. And hi to everybody that I know that is on this chat, all of my clients and all the people I've met at conferences, et cetera, et cetera. It's nice to see you guys.
All right, everybody.
Shout
Thank
out.
you so much. I need Corey and Ariel to stay on just for a little bit, but thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Okay, end live. Let's end the live. End stream. Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Are we still live?
No, I said end stream. End stream.